Hi, this is John Berquist, also known as John Flurry. You can find me on the web at flurrycreations.com/theblog. I wanted to do a quick video giving you some of the highlights of the new operating system for the iPad, iOS 4.2. It came out last week, and I was having lunch yesterday with a friend who is a power user of the iPad for his business, and he had a question about one of the simpler features of the new operating system that I thought, if he's asking these kind of questions and he's tech savvy, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are having the same kind of struggles. So I wanted to just give you a quick overview of some of the features and how to use them, as well as how I'm using those new features. So as you can see here, I've got most of my categories on 2 pages. Before, I had apps on about, I would say, 9 pages. As you can see, the little tabs down here show you the different pages. Now I only have 3. Categories work real simply. If you've got a new app, so say I've got the Magic Piano here and I want to group that with an app, I can just take it. If there's not a current category, I just hover that over the similar app, let go, and that creates a new app category that is called music, because of course it's piano. Fish fingers doesn't fit there, but if I want to change the category, I go in and I can change the text, click done, and I have a new category. It's got an M there, that's what I typed. If you already have a category and you want to add that app to that category, we can go back up to, let's say, this one here, and click on the category, take iNapkin out. Say I want to switch it to a different category. I've got one named C, just I was doing another tutorial. I just drag that over, add it to C, and now you can see it's in the category C. Categories are great. You can quickly group things and get to your app a lot faster. In the past, I'd have to scroll through many pages or go over to the Finder page to find something like Pandora, which of course can take longer. And now I can go into entertainment, on my entertainment tab here. It looks like actually those are not my entertainment ones. I think I have a different one in there media, that's what I stuck it in. I'm still learning some of my apps, and there's Pandora. So the other feature that I really like is the multitasking capabilities of the iPad now. In the past, and this is one example that I would probably use multitasking a lot for, and that's I read a lot of books, I work with some authors, helping them connect with their tribe. And so say I'm in a really good book and I'm in bed. My wife thinks it's too bright, which if anybody does have the iPad, they know that this thing is very bright on its brightest setting. If I'm in the book, before I'd have to close the app, go back up to settings. As you can see, this takes a while. Go to brightness, wallpaper, change the settings, close this, go back into my book, open my book, and continue to read. That was a real pain to get from one task to another task. Now it's become really simple. I double click the home button, scroll to the right. That brings up a control panel now that has a lot of these features built right into it. The brightness key is right there. I brighten it up, lower it down, go right back. I actually go right back to the book. I didn't actually even have to click the home button to do that. I just click back on the app. That's a really great tool. In a later tutorial, I'm going to show you how I do share quotes or things from ebooks in both Stanza, Kindle, and iBook. And this is another good feature because I can get to another app that I want to use right here on the slider board. What they've done is these are the most used apps that you have currently used on a little slider here, and you can jump in between those really fast. Also, sometimes I'll have something I'm reading in an iBook and I want to jump into Safari and do a quick search. That's just another example of how multitasking in the iPad is just really great. So those are just two quick features that I think are really helpful. There is one more feature. If you do have a printer that has AirPrint capabilities, you can print directly from several of the apps, particularly print pages and PDFs right from Safari. Now, I don't have one, which was a bit of a disappointment. I have a Lexmark wireless printer, but if I was to say select printer, it wouldn't find anything. So just be forewarned, if you're planning on printing from the iPad, you still need to use third-party apps unless you have, I think it's like 6 or 7 of the HP, specifically HP printers that have AirPrint capabilities. So the one last feature I wanted to show you is the screen lock feature that has changed in the new iOS 4.2, and it's actually the question my friend had that prompted this video. Now, the iPad has an accelerometer, and if you turn it any way, the orientation, most of the apps and the screens will change with the orientation that you are holding in it. I use most things in landscape mode, and often there's situations where you want to lock the screen. In the old operating system, this little button on the right hand side next to the volume control, you click it up and that would lock the screen. They changed that to, when it is in the lock mode, that is now the mute button. So he was just wondering what happened to the screen lock. Well, it's real simple. Like most of the features in the new operating system, you double click the home button, slide it to the main control panel that I showed you earlier, and there's the screen lock button. Now if I turn the iPad, the screen is locked. Want to unlock it, slide it back, and there it is. So there's a quick rundown of some of the category features and functionality features in the operating system 4.2, iOS 4.2 for the iPad. If you have any tips or tricks that I haven't talked about here, please leave a comment either here or on my blog. You can also comment on my Twitter account, which is just John Fleury.